Get your basketball gear ready and lace up those shoes because it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. The Eastern Conference offseason power rankings are here. The reigning champs, the Milwaukee Bucks, are back. Let's find out where other teams stand. From jaw-dropping plays to life off the court, I'm your host, Sanad, and I'm here to keep you in the hoop. All right, at number 15, we have the Detroit Pistons with a rough 2022-23 record of 17-65. Their offense ranked 28th, defense 27th. They added Asar Thompson, Monte Morris, and Joe Harris, but lost Corey Johnson and Monte Williams as their new coach. Their three key stats are worst record last season, poor restricted area defense, and Isaiah Stewart's major shooting change. The key question is how much their young core improves. With Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and Jalen Duren, development is crucial for the Pistons. Let's see if they can turn things around with their new additions in coaching. Coming in at number 14, we got the Charlotte Hornets, who had a tough 2022-2023 season with a record of 27-55. Their offense ranked dead last in the league, while their defense showed improvement after the All-Star break. The Hornets haven't made the playoffs in the last 7 seasons and have never won a playoff series since 2004. Now they'll be counting on Brandon Miller to step up as a young cornerstone alongside LaMelo Ball. The return of Miles Bridges and better health for Ball should help their offense, but they still have some contract negotiations to handle. If things fall into place, the Hornets could break the playoff drought. At number 13, we got the Washington Wizards. Last season, they had a record of 35-47, ranking 22nd in offense and 21st in defense. They're one of 3 teams to be in the bottom 10 on both ends of the floor for the past 2 seasons. While they are adding Jordan Poole, Tyus Jones, Landry Shamet, and Bilal Coulibaly, they are losing Bradley Beal, Kristaps Porzingis, and Monte Morris. Key question: can this diverse group come together and perform better than the individual parts suggest? It's a bit like last season's Jazz, a mix of talent needing cohesion. Their defense needs improvement, and Coach Wes Unseld Jr.'s leadership will be crucial. Tyus Jones is an assist-turnover ratio beast, leading the league in 5 seasons straight. We'll see how he stacks up against Poole's ball handling outside of the Warriors system. Watch out for trade speculations involving veterans useful to contenders. Let's see if the Warriors team can find their groove and surprise us this season. At number 12, we have the Orlando Magic. They had a 34-48 record last season, struggling on offense but showing promise on defense. The Magic's offense has been weak for the past 11 seasons, but they have talented young players like Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. The big question is whether any of their young guards can step up and make a difference. They need someone to complement Banchero and Wagner while providing more shooting. Markelle Fultz had a good season, but they hope Jalen Suggs will improve his offense in his 3rd year. They also have 2 lottery picks, Anthony Black and Jet Howard, who could be very key pieces. With Banchero's experience and potential improvements in the backcourt, the Magic could compete for a playing spot and end their playoff drought. All right, at number 11, we've got the Indiana Pacers. Last season, they went 35-47, with their offense ranked 21st and defense ranked 26th. Their defense has been a bit of a struggle for the past 2 seasons, but they are great at moving the ball and players around, ranking top 5 in those categories. One bright spot is rookie Benedict Mathurin, who made history as one of 4 rookies in 44 years to hit 100 3-pointers and 300 free throws. The big question for the Pacers is how valuable their 5th and 6th rotation spots are. They had some success with a specific quartet on the floor, and with more minutes and improvements, they could be more competitive. They've added Bruce Brown and Obi Toppin to the mix, so let's see if the Pacers can turn things around and make a statement this season. Now at number 10, we've got the Toronto Raptors. Last season, they went 41-41 with a decent offense ranking 13th and a solid defense ranking 11th. Here's an impressive stat. The Raptors had a huge shooting opportunity differential, leading the league in both turnover and offensive rebound differential. However, they struggle with shooting efficiency, ranking low in both effective field goal percentage and opponent effective field goal percentage. Now with Fred VanVleet gone, there's a key question about Scottie Barnes. He had a rough 2nd season in terms of shooting, but showed promise as a playmaker. If he can make a leap, it could be a game changer for the Raptors. They'll need him to step up with VanVleet out of the picture. Keep an eye out for the Raptors this season, as Barnes' development could shape their future. At number 9, we got the Brooklyn Nets. Last season, it went 45-37 with a decent offense ranked 12th and an okay defense ranked 16th. The Nets have never ranked in the top 10 on both ends of the floor in the past 27 seasons. They struggle with rebounding, ranking low on both offensive and defensive rebounding percentages. On the bright side, they were aggressive in ball screen switches and had Nick Claxton defending the most isolations in the league. The big question for the Nets is whether Mikal Bridges can step up as a playmaker. He was a great scorer but needs to improve his passing to lead the team effectively. The Nets struggled offensively after the trade deadline and need more playmaking options, especially with uncertainty surrounding Ben Simmons. Let's see how the Nets address these challenges to aim to make a deeper playoff run. And number 8, we've got the Chicago Bulls. Last season they went 40-42 with a strong defense ranked 5th, but struggled on offense ranking 24th. Here's an interesting fact. Despite their solid defense, they missed the playoffs, making them the 4th team in the last 10 years with the situation. The Bulls improved after the All-Star break, showing the league's biggest post-break jump, but they had a tough time in close games, going 15-23 in those situations. The big question for the Bulls is whether their core group will stay together beyond the trade deadline. They made some solid additions and have potential with young players like Patrick Williams. However, with potential free agency for DeMar DeRozan and trade possibilities for Zach LaVine, the roster might see changes. Let's keep an eye on the Bulls as they navigate these decisions and aim to make stronger push in the playoffs. At number 7, we got the Atlanta Hawks. Last season, they went 41-41 with a strong offense ranking 7th, but struggled on defense ranking 22nd. Here are 3 key numbers to know about the Hawks. They've had a good offense and a not-so-good defense for the past 3 seasons. They rank last in three-point rate, not taking enough shots from beyond the arc. Also, they had a record-breaking 33-game streak of being within 1 game of 500. The big question for the Hawks is whether one of the young guys will step up. They've got promising players in Adrian Griffin, Jalen Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu, all under 23. The departure of John Collins could open up opportunities, but they need to work on shooting and cohesion in the backcourt. Improving their defense will be crucial for the Hawks' success. Let's see if the young talent can make a difference and help them climb up the ranks. At number 6, we got the Miami Heat. Last season, they went 44-38 with a strong defense ranked 9th, but struggled on offense ranking 25th. Here are 3 key numbers to know about the Heat. They've been historically good on defense with 20 top 10 defensive rankings in the past 27 seasons. They had an impressive 15 comeback wins after trailing in the regular season. In the playoffs, their 3-point shooting improved significantly. The big question is whether Damian Lillard will join the team by October 24th. They lost some key players in free agency, and their roster might need some depth. Let's see how the Heat tackle these challenges if they can maintain their defensive prowess while improving their offense. And at number 5, you got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Last season, they surprised everyone with a 51-31 record, and their defense was top-notch, ranking 1st. Here are some key things to know. They had an impressive point differential, performing like a 57-25 team. However, they struggled with ball and player movement, ranking in the bottom 5 in both categories. The big question is whether they can improve their rebounding. They need to be stronger on the glass, as their ranking was just 20th in both offensive and defensive rebounding percentage during the regular season. The Cavs have made big strides in recent years, and with promising talent like Evan Mobley, they can still get better. Let's see if they can build on their success and continue to rise in the ranks. At number 4, we have the New York Knicks. They had a solid offense ranking 4th in the league, but their shooting could use some improvement. Surprisingly, they ranked last in generating deflections on defense. Dante DiVincenzo's arrival might help in that area. The big question is whether RJ Barrett will become a more aggressive attacker on offense. The team's continuity is excellent, and Jalen Brunson's impact was clear last season. But for the Knicks to go further, they need Barrett to step up and be more assertive, especially in driving to the basket and improving his shooting. With their core intact, the Knicks aim to build on their success and make a deeper playoff run. At number 3, we have the Philadelphia 76ers. They've been consistently strong on both ends of the floor, but there are some challenges to address. They had an impressive 2022-2023 season with the 3rd best record in the league. Joel Embiid and James Harden formed a deadly duo, with Harden providing an incredible number of assists to Embiid. However, there's uncertainty surrounding Harden's future with the team, which can impact their title contention. The Sixers have gone through different supporting casts for Embiid, but they need to ensure this current one stays intact. Harden's desire to leave presents a dilemma for the team. If they trade him, how can they remain a top contender? And if they keep him, can they ensure everyone is pulling in the same direction? With a coaching change and potential young talent stepping up like Tyrese Maxey, they have some positives to build on. However, navigating these challenges will be crucial for the Sixers to continue their success. And number 2, we've got the Boston Celtics. They had a solid record last season, ranking high in both offense and defense. The trade of Smart for Porzingis is really interesting. Smart's leadership and intangibles will be missed in the locker room, but Porzingis brings his own unique skills to the table. With young stars like Tatum and Brown, the Celtics have a real chance to become a top team in the Eastern Conference. However, the pressure is on for them to finally break through and contend for a championship, especially after coming so close in recent years. It'll be exciting to see how they perform with this new roster setup. At the top, we got the Milwaukee Bucks, and they are a dominant force under Mike Budenholzer's coaching. With an impressive 58-24 record last season, they've been consistently strong, boasting the league's second-best offense and the best defense over the last 5 regular seasons. Budenholzer's tenure has been a remarkable success, with 25 more wins than any other team during his 5 years as a head coach. Now, with Adrian Griffin taking the reins, fans are curious to see how things will change for the team, particularly on the offensive end. The trio of Jrue Holiday, Chris Middleton, and Giannis Antetokounmpo has been unstoppable, but having another reliable scoring option alongside Giannis could elevate their game even further. Defensively, they've made adjustments to defend the three-point line better, but they'll need to remain vigilant after a tough series against Miami in the playoffs. While their overall numbers are outstanding, there's always room for improvement, and Griffin's approach might bring some intriguing tweaks on both sides of the floor. It's an exciting time to be a Bucks fan. And that's a wrap on the Eastern Conference offseason power rankings. From the reigning champs, the Milwaukee Bucks, to the up-and-coming contenders, each team has its unique strengths and challenges to overcome. As the new season approaches, we'll eagerly watch how these teams shape up and compete on the court. And to stay updated on all the exciting NBA action, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel.